Mr. Jonathan, is Jonathan your name or surname? What's your name?
Surname, my lord. My name is Wendell Logan.
Oh, okay.
Jonathan isibongo sakho cha igama lami nguWendell
Logan second.
igama lesibili nguLogan.
Mr. Logan, Jonathan, I'm going to start with your participation or involvement on the 19th of June when you escorted the SAPS members and took accused number 2 to Lieutenant Colonel Rapadu. You remember that involvement?
I do, my lord.
Iqala mhla 19 kuJune lapho ke waphelezela amaphoyisa SS SAPS lapho waphelezela khona ukuthi baye ku
Lieutenant Colonel Rapadu.
Lieutenant Colonel Rapadu.
Yes. Okay. When were you requested to give escort duties to the SAPS members?
Wacela nini ke ukuthi ube semsebenzini ophelezela amaphoyisa SSFs?
We are normally informed the day before, my lord.
Sijayeleke ukutshelwa osukwini olwandulela lo msebenzi.
Okay, let us not generalize now. We're talking about this, the 19th of June 2020. When were you requested?
A day before, my lord.
Bathi umhla ka 19 kuJune ngatshelwa ke ngelanda elandulela umhla ka 19.
At what time?
Ngasiphi isikhathi?
When the request was made that the Metro Police should accompany the SAPS members on the following day.
Safika nini ke isicelo safika ngasikhatsini isicelo sokuthi nihambe niyophelezela amaphoyisa ase-SAPS.
In the afternoon, my lord.
Yafika ntambama.
Yes, at what time?
Ngasikhatsini.
I can't recall the exact time.
Cha anke isikhumbula isikhathi esiqondile.
Okay, who requested you?
Ubani wanicela?
Sergeant Mukhane called, my lord.
Umsajeni Mukhane uyena owasithinda.
Okay. Did he call you or did he call your supervisor or the head of the Metro Police?
Bathi wafonela wena noma fonela umkhuzi wenu noma wafonela ophethe iMetro Police?
Our immediate supervisor was informed, my lord.
So cha umkhuzi wethu okhuza thina uyena watshela.
Okay. What's the name of that immediate supervisor?
Manje lo mkhuzi wenu kubani igama lakhe?
Say again, my lord. Your question, just say it again.
What was the name of the supervisor who was requested?
Superintendent Vishan Singh, my lord.
What?
Superintendent Vishan Singh.
Wathi ke umkhuzi wethu ke igama lakhe Superintendent Vishan Singh.
It's my immediate supervisor.
Uyena ke umkhuzi wami ongaphezulu kwami.
He was your immediate supervisor on the 19th of June, am I correct?
Yena ke oluphethe ngomhla 19 kuJune. Akunjalo?
That's correct, my lord.
Yebo kunjalo.
Where is he right now?
Manje.
As I mentioned, my lord, we were all redeployed. He is currently at the equestrian unit.
Cha njengoba sengichazile ke sani kweminye imisebenzi okwamanje sengathi yena usebenza kule unit ebizwa ngokuthi equestrian unit.
Okay, but he's still under Metro Police.
Manje usengaphansi kweMetro Police.
That's correct, my lord.
Kunjalo.
Okay. What was the car registration number of the car that you used on the following day now?
Manje ke inombolo zemoto oyisebenzisa ngalamalanga engizowathula zazithini?
Maybe to rephrase, on the following day, the car registration number of the car that you used on the 19th of June when you executed the escort duties.
Manje yipi inombolo zemoto oyisebenzisa mhla 19 isikhathi ke isemsebenzini okuphelezela?
Should I mention the registration, my lord? It's BZ.
Inombolo yakho na kwa BZ
35
35
MCGP.
NCGP.
It's registered under Metropolis cars, vehicles.
That's correct,
usho
my lord.
nemoto lena ingaphansi kwesiphoyisa wathi yebo.
Yes. The logbook. Can you get the logbook for that car?
Ile book yaleyo moto ungakwazi ukuyithola?
Yes, I can, my lord.
Yebo ngayithola.
Where can we get it? In which
Ungayithola?
office? If you know.
We can arrange from Superintendent Vishal Singh, my lord.
Singahlela no Superintendent uVishan Singh.
Okay. Do you have the number for Superintendent Vichan Singh?
Na inombolo ka Superintendent Vishan Singh?
Yes, I do, my lord.
Yebo nginayo.
Okay. We will also be able to locate the VL of that motor vehicle that you used on the 19th of June.
Oh ibhili le moto esetshenziswa mhla 19 uJune nayo ngatholakala.
That's correct, my lord.
Yebo kunjalo.
Okay. Was there a written authority permission for you to go and provide services to the SAPS on the 19th of June?
Khona ke imvume ebhalwe phansi ukuthi ngomhla ka-19 kuJune nanifanele niyosiza ngokuphelezela.
My lord, Brigadier Ganinda would email our immediate supervisor requesting our services.
Manje uBrigadier Gininda wayengathumela ke i-email kumkhozi wethu mayelana nalo msebenzi.
No, I'm not asking that. I'm asking if there was a written authority permission that you go and escort the SAPS on the 19th of June.
No cha ekubuzayo ukuthi nani iphethe yini imvume ebhalwe phansi ukuthi ningaya niyophelezela lo Mshololo ngalelo.
No, my lord.
Okay.
Cha
And the reason why?
khona isizathu.
Reason being that we receive instruction from the supervisor, my lord.
But ukuthi ke nje thina sathola imiyalelo evela kumkhozi wethu.
Oh, okay. So the reason why there was no written authority authorizing you to go and execute these duties, it's because you were given the authority verbal. Am I correct?
Manje okuchazayo ukuthi ke imbangela ukuthi ningabi nephela kuchazayo ukuthi niyokwenza lo msebenzi ukuthi ke nani itshelwe ngomlomo akunjalo.
Yes, my lord, I would say telephonically, as the supervisor then requested us or informed us that we will be conducting an escort the next day.
Cha ngasho ukuthi ke kwaleko kwangena ngocingo lapho ke umkhuzi wethu asitshela ukuthi fanele siyokwenza lo msebenzi ngelanga elilandelayo.
Okay. Is there any other time wherein you will be requested by SAPS to provide services other than the cases that were investigated by Brigadier Gininda?
Manje sikhona yini isikhathi la ngicela khona ukuthi niyowenza umsebenzi ngicela abe-SAPS ngaphandle kwalesikhathi ngitshela uGininda.
Only upon a request, my lord.
Athi ya masiceliwe.
Yeah.
If our supervisor hasn't received an email or is not informed about an escort, we would not conduct it, my lord.
Kama ukuthi umkhuzi wethu akazange athole isicelo sasingeke sikwazi ukuyowenza lo msebenzi.
Now let's come to the time when the accused was handed to you. Was that your evidence? Accused number 2 was handed to you on the 19th of June in the early hours.
That's correct.
Ekseni ke Umsolwa wesibili wanikezelwa kunina akunjalo wathi yebo.
With the permission that was granted to you to go and escort the SAPS, your main duties was to escort. Am I correct?
So ke kule mvume enanikwe yona ukuthi nihambe niyophelezela Umsolwa kusho ukuthi kumsebenzi wenu ngalula kwakuphelezela ngithi.
That's correct, my lord.
Kunjalo.
And the handing over of an accused person from one SAPS member to another SAPS member was not part and parcel of your duties.
Kusho kunikezela kukaMsolwa esuka komunye osesiphoyiseni eya komunye osesiphoyiseni kwangewona umsebenzi wenu akunjalo.
It is part of my duties, my lord, as we are not just limited to escorting.
Ka lokho okunye komsebenzi yethu ngoba phela asivalele ukutheni umsebenzi siwenzayo nje kuwupheleza.
Okay, what other duties were you authorized to do other than the escort? Because I missed that one in your examination in chief.
Cha ngidingayo ukuthi ngifuna ukwazi ukuthi yini enye enene gunyezo ukuthi ningayenza ngaphandle ke nje kuphelezela.
My Lord, we are required to safeguard the suspect and the investigating officers.
Manje sifanele sivikele Umsolwa nomphenyi.
Me handing over the suspect was merely the fact that my assistance was required from Sergeant Muhammad.
So mina ukuthi ngiyezele ngumsolwa ukuthi usizo lami ladingeka lidinga Sergeant Muhammad.
He could have asked any other police officer, my Lord.
Wayengacela nanoma iliphi iphoyisa.
I put it to you that that was not part of your duties as escort services to hand over, to receive and hand over the accused to another SAPS member.
Ngifuna ukubeka wena ukuthi akungena umsebenzi wakho ukuthi uwamukele futhi ke udlulise umsolwa umdlulisa kwelinye iphoyisa.
Okay, let's continue. Let's move on. And then you said you receive accused number 2. At what time was that? When you receive accused?
When I go, I'm getting umsolwa wesibili ngasiphi isikhathi?
The exact time, my Lord, I can't recall.
Can't recall.
But the confession or statement took around about approximately 3 hours, my Lord.
Cha angikwazi ukubeka isikhathi esiqondile kodwa ke ukuthi ke amkele icala kubhale statement esambelana naloko kwathatha amahora amathathu.
Okay. And where were you when accused number 2 was handed to you?
Olaphi ke wena umsolwa wesibili menikezelwa kwena?
Before handing him over, my Lord, or after I received him?
Engakanikezelwa kumina noma ngingakama sengimamukele.
When you received accused number 2.
Uma wena wamukela umsolwa wesibili.
I was at the vehicles outside, my Lord.
Ngangisezimotweni ngaphandle.
Okay. So, is it your evidence that when you received the accused, he was not kept in any of the police cells?
Usho ukuthi wena umuzomukela umsolwa engagcinwanga kwamanye amasela.
That's correct, my Lord.
Kunjani?
And you don't know at what stage they've arrived there at Morocco police station?
So awazi ke nokuthi bafika nini lapho eMorocco police station?
That's correct, my Lord.
Kunjani?
And you have no record as to when did you receive accused number 2 at Morocco police station?
Futhi kawazi ke nokuthi ubhalwe awukho la kubhalwe khona yini ukuthi wamamukela nini umsolwa eMorocco police station?
I have no record, my Lord, but I did mention that our shift started 6 o'clock in the morning and I arrived around 6:30 at Morocco SAPS.
Kanjalo sengishilo ukuthi angikho la engathi ngibhale phansi khona kodwa ke bese ngishilo ukuthi thina uqala ukuthi kungena umsebenzi singena ngo6 ngafika ngo6 eMorocco.
And there is no occurrence book from which you signed for the suspect that you received from Sergeant Mohan, is that correct?
So akho occurrence book la bhala kuyena ukuthi wamukela umsolwa umthatha kumSergeant Mkhala kunjani?
Occurrence by OB, I mean occurrence book of a police station.
Uma ngithi OB ngikhuluma nge-occurrence book yase-police station la kubhala khona ukuthi kwenzekani.
I'm sure there was one inside the CSC, my Lord.
Kanguthi ekhona engaphakathi CSC.
But you as a person who received the accused from Sergeant Mohane, you've never signed any occurrence book.
Wena nje umuntu owamukela umuntu kuSergeant Mkhala usho akukho la wabhala khona ukuthi sengiyamamukela manje.
That's correct, my Lord.
Kunjani?
Okay. There's also no entry that you signed referring to the time when you took back the suspect from Lieutenant Colonel Rapadu.
So manje akukho la ubhala khona ukuthi waphi namukela umsolwa uthatha ku Lieutenant Colonel Rapadu.
My Lord, I did sign for the suspect when I received him.
Yebo ngamsayindela umsolwa manje ngizomamukela.
Where?
I can't recall was it in the occurrence book, but I did sign, my Lord.
Angikhumbule ukuthi mhlambe wabhala ku-occurrence book kodwa ngasayina.
The reason you can't recall is because you never signed any occurrence book.
into yenza ekhona ukuthi awukhumbuli ngoba awuzange umsayindele ko-current book.
I did sign that.
If you had signed, the state was going to refresh your memory with that occurrence book wherein you have signed. When you received the accused.
Ukuba wasayineke hayi umshushisi wayekhombisa ukuthi ayokhumbuza futhi ukuthi wasayinda lapha ekukhombisa khona kuleyo ncwadi.
As a police matter, we did indicate to the defense that we're still awaiting the occurrence books from Roka. I think it's an unfair question to the witness if we haven't received those books. We did receive something, but it's not what we wanted. So they're still trying to trace that occurrence book.
Yes.
My lord, if that is the case, then there is a problem. I find it very difficult of putting questions to this witness when the defense has not been provided with that occurrence, my lord. It was requested to the state, my lord, the occurrence book. You'll recall, my lord, on Friday I led the entries from the Pretoria North up to 450 when accused number 2 was booked out. And we were under the impression that we will receive the occurrence book for the next police station, which has transpired now that it was Moroka police station.
Yeah, but Mr. Baloyi says that the state has not been furnished with that occurrence book.
As the court pleases, my lord. If that is the case, my lord, I will skip those questions and I will beg leave to recall the witness as soon as we receive the occurrence book for the Moroka
Okay, fine,
police
no
station.
problem.
Okay, let's move on. You said, do you recall when did you book accused number 2 back after receiving him from Colonel Rapadu?
Wawubezombhalisa yini Umsolwa umusu buyisa so Lieutenant Colonel Rapadu?
After receiving the accused, my lord, we went to the vehicles outside.
Emva ukuthola ke Umsolwa ukwamukela Umsolwa wesahamba sayizimotweni ngaphandle.
Yeah, after receiving accused number 2 from Colonel Rapadu, what did you do with accused number 2?
We went to the vehicles, my lord.
Manje emva ukuthi uthole Umsolwa umthatha Lieutenant Colonel Rapadu kwanasa nenza nothi saye emotweni.
So he was not booked back into any police cells?
So akazange afakwe emaseleni amaphoyisa.
No, my lord.
Cha.
At the time when Colonel Rapadu was busy with accused number 2 as per exhibit HH, where were you?
Manje Umsolwa umise busy no Colonel Rapadu njengoba kubonakala ku-exhibition HH wawulapho wena?
I was outside, my lord.
Ngingaphandle.
And at that time when you took accused number 2 to Colonel Rapadu, he was handcuffed, am I correct?
Ngesikhathi kuyisa Umsolwa ku-Colonel Rapadu wayefakwe ozankosi anginjalo?
That's correct, my lord.
Yebo kunjalo.
So why was it necessary for you to remain at that place where the so-called statement was taken if he was handcuffed?
Manje mawuthi wayefakwe ozankosi yini ke imbangela ukuthi wena ube khona uhlale lapha ngaphandle kwaleyo ndawo sasithathelwa khona?
To conduct the escort, my lord.
Ukuze sikwazi ukumpheleza.
I waited
What
for...
type of the escort? What type of the escort and safeguard that you were giving? If a person is handcuffed, his movement was limited. Am I correct?
Phela umuntu kumafakwe ozankosi akakwazi ukunyaza indlela athandayo kunjalo.
That's correct, my lord.
And it was at the police station.
Kwasesikhulumeni samaphoyisa kunjalo?
That's correct, my lord.
Yebo kunjalo.
And at the police station there were other SAPS members.
Lapho ke ayakhona amanye amaphoyisa kunjalo?
That's correct, my lord.
Kunjalo.
Yes, that's why I'm asking, why was it necessary for you to remain there?
Mina ke ngibuza ukuthi yini ke isizathu sokuthi okuphoqelela ukuthi ube uhlala ukhona la?
My lord, we were instructed to conduct the escort. So the suspect went inside to Colonel Rapadu to do a statement. I had to wait for him to complete the statement, my lord.
Ya thina sesifanele kuphela ukuthi sivikele Umsolwa engaphakathi ethatha statement. Sasifanele ukuthi simlinde azaqede.
You know what? I put it to you that the reason why you remained there, you were for a specific purpose to induce fear to the accused number 2, my lord, and to make sure that he complies with the instruction of the police officer that he was told to do.
Ngizokutshela ukuthi isizathu kwakuyini. Kwawukuthi wena lapho ufanele wesabise Umsolwa futhi ke wenze ukuthi aphoqelele ukuthi enze lento akwakuthiwa ufanele ayenze.
My lord, after handing over the suspect, Colonel Rapado requested me to leave his office.
Emva kokuthi ke nginikezele ngomsolwa uKenneth Rapado wangicela ukuthi angiphume e-office lakhe.
When I left his office, my lord, I went outside to the vehicles.
Mangiphuma e-office lakhe ngahamba ngaye ezimotweni ngaphandle.
Okay.
Awaiting further instruction or completion of the statement, my lord.
Ilindeleke lapho ukuthi ngizothola imiyalelo eqhubekayo noma ngilindele ukuthi baqede ukubhala ke i-confession laba beyibhala.
You said it was at what time when the statement was who told you it was a confession? How do you know it was a confession?
Wazi kanjani ukuthi phela leyo kwakuvuma icala?
I mentioned statement or confession, my lord.
Ngithe i-statement noma i-confession.
How did you know that the purpose of accused to go to Colonel Rapado was to make a statement?
Wazi kanjani ukuthi lapho
Because you were giving a backup.
wena phela wawuphelezela nje wawukwazi kanjani ukuthi wayefanele Umsolwa angene lapho ayonika i-statement?
From Sergeant Mukhane, my lord.
Ngeke uzwa ku-Sergeant Mkhane lo.
Then you said at what stage was the statement completed?
Come again?
You said at what time was the statement completed?
Manje uthwana uthatha statements kwabaqeda ngasikhatsini
At Morocco?
lapha eMorocco.
It took approximately 3 hours, my lord.
Kwathatha isikhathi esingafinyelela emahoreni amathathu.
So what time was that?
Manje kuthiwa isikhatsini ke lapho.
You can't recall.
Just before 12, my lord.
Sekuthe ukuthi lishaye ihora leshumi nambili.
Okay. And then from there, you testified that you then escorted the investigating team to the Phosphorus Magistrate Court. Am I correct?
That's
Yona
correct.
nasemphelekezela ithimba labaphenyi bayese-Phosphorus.
On top of what we have said when we were being asked by counsel for accused number 1 and 2, did you see accused number 2 appearing in a court before the magistrate in Phosphorus Magistrate Court?
Manje ke Phosphorus Magistrate Court wambona yini Umsolwa evela phambi kwemantshi lapho?
No, my lord.
Cha ngizange ngibone.
Okay. How long did it take you to travel from Morocco Police Station to Phosphorus Court?
Kwanthatha isikhathi esingakanani ke ukuthi nisuke eMorocco niziyofika ePhosphorus?
Between an hour and 45 minutes, my lord.
Athi phakathi kwehora nemizuzu amashumi amane nanhlanu.
If that is the case, then it means you will have arrived in Phosphorus Magistrate Court at 1.
Kusho ukuthi ke nani yofika emanshini zase-Phosphorus ngehora lika-1 emini.
That's correct, my lord.
Kunjani?
Okay. And you left at that time. How long did you stand? Did you stay upon arriving and handing over the accused?
We waited until 2, my lord.
Sahlala isikhathi esingakanani nathi sahlilela isikhathi salinda kwaze kwashaya ihora lesibili.
What were you waiting for?
Nanilindeni.
For our shift to end, my lord.
Sasilinde ukuthi i-shift yettu iphele.
Oh, okay. Then it ended when?
Yaphela ngasikhatsini?
At 2 o'clock, my lord.
Yaphela ngo-2.
Then you left them.
That's when we left, my lord.
Wathi hayi lapho siyahamba.
If you had been asked to give escort to the investigating team and the suspects, remember at Morocco Police Station you remained behind. Then now, why did you leave the investigating team and the accused at court now?
Manje ukhumbula ukuthi eMroka walinda manje ke lana ke yini ke yenza ukuthi umshiye Umsolwa nabaphenyi.
It was still in the time frame of my duties, my lord.
Kwakusesikhathini sami sokuba semsebenzini.
Why did you leave? Why did you now not continuing providing the security?
Manje yini ke ungaqhubeki ke ukuletha ukukhuseleka lapho yini indaba wakhetha ukuhamba.
My lord, on that one, it needs to be allowed or approved by our supervisor, my lord.
Kodwa hayi lokho ke kwakufanele kuvunywe umkhuzi wethu.
Yes, for us to continue, my lord.
Ukuthi ke sithina siqhubeke.
It's fine, I'll take it you don't want to answer my question. Let's move on.
Wena sengathi awufuna ukuphendula umbuzo wami ke asiqhubeke.
Let's move on now to the 24th of June.
Asihambeke manje sekumhla ka-24 kuJune.
When you provided your services, escort services.
Lapho ke wanikezela umsebenzi wakho wokuphelezela.
To Boksburg Magistrate Court.
Ubuya Magistrate Court yase-Boksburg.
Magistrate, Miss
Cronje.
Thank you, Madam. Miss Cronje testified and made marks on Exhibit JJ.
Manje ke uMagistrate Cronje waphawula Paula wakhe kukhona lapha kule Exhibit JJ.
And when he testified that she saw Sergeant Mohane accompanied by heavily armed Metro police officials.
Uthi ke lapho wabona uSergeant Mohane ephelezelwa yithimba lamaphoyisa,
of which most members left when asked for their appointment.
Manje kuma sebebuzwa ke ukuthi ke babekisile ukuthi kushuthi singathi phecelezi appointment bavele bahamba.
2 remained behind.
Ababili ke basala.
Sorry, not behind, my lord. 2 remained outside the office door.
Amanye ke ababili ulungisa lapho ke basala ngaphandle kumnyango.
Do you understand that?
Yakuzwa lokho?
That was said by the magistrate.
Iloko kwaphulwa uMagistrate.
Who were heavily armed.
Ngobani ke laba bebehlomile?
Ask, my lord.
Kwakuyithi?
Yeah, give us the names of those members who were heavily armed.
Cha, nginika amagama abo bonke laba behlome kakhulu.
We were in full uniform, my lord.
Sasiqokile uniform yethu yonke.
Give me the names of those who were heavily armed.
Nginika amagama alaba ababehlome kakhulu.
1.
Constable Lissering, my lord.
Oh, uqala Constable Lissering.
He was heavily armed.
Wayehlome kakhulu.
Yes, my lord.
Okay. Second one.
Wesibili?
Constable Butelezi, my lord.
Constable Butelezi.
Okay. 3.
Constable Mapumulo, my lord.
Wesithathu kwakunguMaphumulo.
4.
Wesine?
It was myself, my lord.
Kwakuyimina.
And who else?
Omunye?
All I can remember, my lord.
Hayi kona kodwa engikhumbulayo.
Okay, but it was more than you.
Kusho ukuthi babengaphezulu kwalo.
Members of the Metro Police who were there.
Ngisho ukuthi amalungu eMetropolis ayekhona la.
It's just that you can only recall these 4.
Ukusho ukuthi okwena ke nje ukukhumbulayo wazi ukhumbula laba abane kuphela.
I can only recall the 4, my lord.
Hayi ngikhumbula laba abane kuphela.
And Mrs. Cronje further says they did not comply with the instruction of giving him the certificate, the appointment certificates. They left, only 2 remained.
Athi ke hayi ke Mrs. Konye imanji ke yatshena abakwazanga ukuthi basinike icertificate zokuqashwa kwabo kwanje kwasala ababili ngaphandle.
We remained, my lord, and provided our appointment certificates.
Sahlala lapho banika izetifiketi zethu zokuqashwa.
Did you understand the statement I put to you?
Wasikhuye sizwisisa yini
I
statement
understand,
esabeka
my
phambi
lord.
kwakho?
Yes. Can you answer it?
Ngicela phela uphendule sona leso statement.
The other members were outside, my lord.
Lamanye amlungu ayengaphandle.
Outside where?
Phandle kwani?
At the vehicles, my lord.
Ezimotweni.
Oh, okay. So as soon as the magistrate requested their appointment certificates, they left into their cars.
Kusho ukuthi emva kokuthi ke imantshi
Is that your
icele
evidence?
izetifiketi zokuqashwa bavele basuka baye emotweni.
My lord, I won't say that they left. They were outside and they were available to provide their appointment certificates.
Cha, angeke ngisho ukuthi bahamba. Babe ngaphandle futhi belungele ukuthi bangaziletha izetifiketi zabo zokuqashwa.
Tell us one thing. The magistrate won't lie. The magistrate testified in this court that he requested their certificates appointment and they did not comply. Instead, they left the area where they were when she saw them. That was the magistrate.
Manje
Only 2 officers who remained.
imanje ayikwazi ukuqamba amanga. Wathi ithi manje yaletha ufakazi ukuthi yathi umicela izetifiketi zokuqashwa kwabo base beyasuka bayahamba. Kwaze kusabala ababili kuphela la ngaphandle.
Ms. Mshololo,
I know.
Sorry.
Sorry, madam.
What should I make of that statement? The magistrate won't lie.
Sorry, my lord. Can I withdraw that part?
Yes.
Thank you, my lord.
This is the only court that can determine whether
The
a witness
magistrate.
lies or not.
As the court business. My apologies, my lord.
No, you don't have to apologize. That's the law.
Can I proceed, my
Yes.
lord? Okay. Yes, can you answer the question?
Ungakwazi ukuqhubeka uphendule lo mbuzo?
I think I've already said.
My lord, as for the reason why my fellow colleagues did
Left.
not provide their certificates,
Yes.
I don't know, my lord.
Okay.
But when
Thank you.
Angikwazi ukuletha izathu zokuthi indaba laba engisenza nabo bengakwazi ukuthi bakhiphe izetifiketi zabo zokuqashwa.
Okay. And it was only you and who gave the certificates?
it was myself and Constable Lissering, my lord.
Well, imina no Constable Lissering phela abakwazi ukukhipha izetifiketi zethu zokuqashwa.
Okay. Were you from the same office together with others who left?
Nani vele office elilodwa nalaba abahamba?
The same office, my lord.
Yebo,
I mean, were you from the same office?
Yes, my lord. We were all from the same office.
Yebo sasiphume office elilodwa.
Yes. Tell me the reason. Why were you so heavily armed?
Yini ke eyenza ukuthi nihlome ngalendlela enanihlome ngayo nanihlome kakhulu?
Maybe before going to that question, was the accused handcuffed when you were standing there, when you were going to the magistrate office?
Manje uma nime lapho nisiya ehhovisi lemantshi Umsolwa wayefakiwe yini ozankosi?
The accused was handcuffed in front, my lord.
Umsolwa wayefakiwe ozankosi izandla zengaphambili.
Okay. So his movement was limited, and on top of that, he was escorted by these heavily armed members. Why were you so heavily armed?
Ngisho ukuthi kumsolwa wayefakiwe ozankosi engakwazi ukuthi mhlamba nganyakeza ngalendlela ayithanda ngayo. Kodwa ke manje ngifuna ukwazi ukuthi yini nanihlome kangaka?
My lord, I would not consider it as heavily armed, my lord.
Angeke ngisho ukuthi kusho ukuthi sasihlome kakhulu.
Okay, how were you armed? Can you
Nihlome kanjani?
describe the manner in which you were armed?
Chazi ukuthi nani hlome kanjani?
My lord, we were in full uniform.
Sasigqoka uniform yethu yonke.
Bulletproof vest, my lord.
Sasikhomena naloku ukuvikela ukungena kweinhlamvu zesibhamu.
On top of the bulletproof is a battle jacket, my lord.
Emva phezulu kwaloko khona lokho abakubiza ukuthi battle jacket.
On my side, my lord, is a 9mm pistol in its
Ngapha
holster.
ngaseceleni kwakune 9mm isibhamu
It's inside its holster, my lord.
ehleli ngaphakathi kwesikhwama sayo.
Slinged over my chest, my lord,
Yebo phezulu kwesifuba sami
was a rifle, my lord.
kwakukhona ke isibhamu esikhulu.
Hanging freely, my lord.
Hayi sasizilengela nje sikhulekile.
But you were armed.
Kodwa uhlomile.
I was armed, my lord.
Yebo ngangihlomile.
That manner in which you were armed, on its own, induced force to the accused? I put it to you.
Manje ngifuna ukubeka phambi kuwena ukuthi ngendlela ohlome ngayo yayiletha indlela yokuphoqa Umsolwa.
And the reason you were so armed in the magistrate court and especially into the office of the magistrate wherein the statement was made, it's because you wanted to induce fear to the accused to make sure that he complies with the police instruction.
As a quick please, my lord, can we just establish from counsel what is the basis for saying so that that they were
Any basis for that assertion?
My lord, in the mind of the accused when he saw the members of the metropolis so heavily armed, my lord, my submission is that that on its own induced fear to the accused.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Let me clear up this. You say we were in uniform.
That's correct, my lord.
When you do your escort duties, is that how you dress in your uniform?
Yes.
Or was this the first time you dressed in that manner?
We are dressed like that on a daily basis, my
Okay.
lord.
Yes, you can
Manje
continue.
ngendlela nigqoke ngayo nanigqoke ngendlela ejwayelekile yini wathi yebo sigqoke ngendlela ejwayelekile.
Okay. Did you enter inside the office of the magistrate?
Nangena ine office lika manje
No, my lord.
cha asingenani.
Okay. My lord, can I ask that we take a long adjournment at this stage? I'll proceed at 2, my lord.
You got what?
We'll proceed at 2, my lord.
Oh, that's all. Okay.
Long adjournment, my lord.